Hey everyone, and welcome to day 22. Today, I'm going to ask you to choose Scentsy. So what do I mean by that? Well, we all know somebody who sells more than one product. And to be honest, over the past 20 years of doing network marketing, I have done quite a few of them myself, but I have never done more than one at a time. But I've done quite a few, okay? But I just didn't know how to choose one. Tried a bunch, failed at a bunch until I actually found Scentsy. So I think it's really important to understand that there's nobody out there who intentionally sets out to become that direct salesperson, right? Like nobody wants to have that as their label when people, follow them or they show up in somebody's inbox and they're like, oh, it's like so and she's trying to sell me on whatever she's selling this week. And it's not a good thing. Okay. Because one day she's selling energy drinks, next day she's doing home decor, and the next day she's doing leggings. Like it just, it's not good. Her motive is admirable because she's trying to like earn some extra income, probably for her family. But she's not being successful at any of them because she's flip-flopping from one to the next to the next. She's giving up too soon. So when you see the next shiny thing, then you think the grass is greener over there. But I want you to know that the grass is greener where you water it. If you only have 15 minutes a day to spend working your Scentsy business and you're also selling something else, that's 7 minutes and 30 seconds that you have available. You're breaking everything in half if you're doing more than one company. Worse, if you're doing 3 different things and you're like, well, they don't compete. It doesn't matter. I'm passionate about all of them. Well, I really want to challenge you to think on that and listen to the story that you're telling yourself in your mind. Because if you only have 15 minutes a day and you're doing 3 things, spending 5 minutes doing Scentsy is not going to get you to your Scentsy dreams that you have for yourself. If you one day want to be a superstar director, you're not going to do it by selling 3 things and spending 5 minutes of your life every day doing Scentsy. That's really not what this is like. Okay. So I really want to let you know that you have to focus on one business. I'm asking you today to choose Scentsy because I've done so many things in the past that I know Scentsy to be the best if you love fragrance and home decor. Okay. I can think of somebody right off the top of my head who left Scentsy, went to 3 other companies, and now is trying to get back to Scentsy. And it's like, you've lost credibility. All of your customers who you had before, they now think that there must be something wrong with Scentsy, or like, why would she ever leave? And then you like come back and it's like, well, why, if it wasn't good enough for you to stay with that company, why is it good enough for me to spend my money on it? Which is kind of what we talked about in day 20. You have to be your own best customer. So if it's not good enough for you, why would your customers buy from you thinking, well, it's not good enough for me, but it's good enough for you? Okay. The other thing is, if you have a team, if you have people in your downline and they find out that you are repping another company, they can actually report you and have themselves moved out from underneath you if you're not offering them the support that you need. And actually at director, they will, if you're selling for another direct sales company, they will ask you to choose. You cannot do more than one thing effectively. So Scentsy will actually ask you to choose. Do you want to do Scentsy or do you want to do whatever else you're doing? Okay, so be mindful of that today, especially if you're a new consultant and you're like, whoa, I didn't know that. These are things that you need to be aware of. Okay, so you don't want to risk anything to do with your independent consultant agreement. So make sure you understand that you signed it. A lot of people sign it and they don't read it. Well, that is not on Scentsy. That is on you. You need to read it and know what it's like. Okay. So your team will know if you are repping another company. You might think that they won't know. And you're kind of doing it on the lowdown and like, no one's going to know. They're going to know. They're going to know. Okay. If you're a good leader, that's going to start to slip. You just will not be as engaged as you have promised yourself that you will be. You are kidding yourself. You're just fooling yourself. Okay. So again, you don't have unlimited number of hours in your day. So when you're doing more than one thing, you're splitting that time that you have set aside, which we talked about in the time blocking video. But if you have set aside a certain amount of time that you can work on your side business, and then you have side businesses, you're not getting more time because you're doing more things. You're actually becoming very distracted. And it's not a good thing. So really what it is that people who are doing more than one company, if you have a team, your team will wonder, like, do they know something about Scentsy that I don't know? Like, should I be concerned? And they will start to take a step back. Okay. So then what happens is that the leader, the person, you who has team members who don't think that your team know about it, and they can feel it, they can sense it, they know that there's something going on, they're going to cut back on their own efforts because they're following you and you are not working as much. So neither are they. And then this perpetuates this entire situation because you're not as successful at Scentsy. And that's why you looked for the next shiny thing, because you didn't give it time to develop and strengthen. And then the less time and attention that you give it, it makes you less productive. So you start earning less, and then your team notices, and then they start doing less, and so on and so on and so on and so forth. And that is why you are not being successful, is because you're chasing after success, but you're not actually allowing yourself the time to develop the skills and the habits that it takes in order to be successful at Scentsy. So is this making sense to you? Please drop in the comments that you need to focus. If you feel like you're getting kind of caught up by the shiny object in the corner, and you're tracking with what I'm saying, and this is making complete sense to you, please put in the comments focus, or I need to focus, just so that I can see that you're understanding what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to put out there. Okay. So I personally know a lot of people who will have joined and they're like, oh, I just joined to get my own product for myself. And then the next thing you know, they're messaging me and they're like, hey, Jen, you want to buy these leggings? And then they're trying to like not only sell to me, but they know that I'm successful with my business. And so they look at people who I am friends with, people who follow me, and they start reaching out to them. This is so offside. Like, you guys, this is just not at all appropriate. They think I don't know about it, and I will know, because I have people on my team who will message me immediately and let me know that this person has tried to reach out to them. I will unfriend them immediately and block them so they don't have any access to me, to my followers, to my team, anything like that. As an upline, you've completely lost my trust and my loyalty. Like, if somebody leaves my team for another business, they know better than to ask me for a sale or a referral. It's just not going to happen. I'm not ever going to support somebody who does that, because if they'll do it to Scentsy, they'll do it with their new company. Okay. I just want to explain that it's not because I don't want them to be successful. I want them to find success with that business. It's that they are doing damage to my organization, and I just cannot support that. Does that make sense? So I do want to add that if we had had a conversation previously and they felt like Scentsy isn't the right fit for them, and they're thinking about leaving, and then they're kind of asking me, what do I think? And we've had an opportunity to converse about this. And, you know, I could say to them, like, you know, it's true. You don't like home decor. You don't like fragrance. Like, this other thing seems to be really in line with what you love, or like whatever. I'll support them 100% if we've had a conversation and I know it's coming. But if they blindside me, no. But I will support them with their business if we've had a conversation. I'll probably buy something from them to support them, to get them off to a good start. I'll refer people to them because they had the integrity to have conversation with me before just jumping ship. I know somebody who was a high level leader in Scentsy, who was one day with Scentsy and the next day dropped everything and lost a ton of friends. But not only that, she lost her integrity because people no longer could trust her. So it's just really, really terrible. So when you are doing well at your Scentsy business, you really do need to put those blinders on. We talked about this on day 20 or 21, talking about your focus, and just really focus on what you have in front of you. If you feel like you're not getting anything out of Scentsy, the question you need to ask yourself is, what value am I bringing to Scentsy? What value are you bringing? Because we are all independent consultants, but Scentsy Corporate is nothing without us as consultants. So it's not that they have to just keep giving to us. What are we giving back? What are you today? What are you giving back to Scentsy as a whole, to Scentsy as the community. So for example, I'm doing these videos absolutely free, 1 video a day for 31 days. I have no, I'm not getting anything in return. I am giving to Scentsy. This is part of my relationship that I have as an independent consultant. If I want to get people to know more about Scentsy, it's my job to tell people more about Scentsy. Does that make sense? So yeah, you just have to really focus on it. And again, if you want to work your way up the compensation plan, you need to focus, because if you're talking to somebody who's thinking about doing Scentsy with you, and they're like, well, do you do Scentsy like all the time or like whatever? And you're like, well, I also do leggings and I also rep this like really yummy, I don't know, salad line. I don't even know. I can't even think of anything, but like, oh, and I also do clothes and I also do this and I also do that. Okay, this person is now going like backtracking and they're like, okay, obviously Scentsy is not enough because this person is looking to get their hands in all these other places. Okay, so today I just want to ask you to think about the implication about thinking about doing another company, or if you're already signed up with something else, think about the ripple effect of that and what that kind of has on your business, and decide, is that what the future self, the future version of you would want to be doing? So it's better to do one thing and do it very well than do two things mediocre. Okay. So yeah, today I'm going to ask that you choose Scentsy, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Have a good day.